gathered here today to rally very strongly diasporic support towards the candidacies of His Excellency Right Honorable Ifeanyi Uwguanyi and Her Excellency Right Honorable Cecilia Ezilo for the governorship and deputy governorship of Enugu State in the upcoming Guba election. I am Peter Ozonya, the rally convener and main organizer of the Enugu State Diaspora Support Group for Ifeanyi Uwguanyi 2015, which is purely a platform dedicated to galvanizing and sensitizing all the diasporas to fully support the election of Ifeanyi Uwguanyi as the next executive governor of Enugu State. The flagging off of this important rally was approved by all the leaders of various Enugu State diaspora associations worldwide, who were consulted shortly after all the primaries in Enugu State to objectively select the best Guba candidate for Enugu State governorship office. Right Honorable Ifeanyi Uwguanyi was then unanimously declared the most credible Guba candidate among all the other Guba aspirants that have emerged from different political party primaries in Enugu State. The main aim of today's rally is to reach out to every Enugu State diaspora association or organizations everywhere in the world and to specifically encourage each and every one of them to use their various AGM, inaugural ceremonies, and periodic meetings to endorse openly the candidature of Right Honorable Ifeanyi Uwguanyi as the best choice for the office of the Enugu State governorship post. With such open declaration and endorsement, we in the diaspora are signaling to all our people back home and directly pointing to them the best candidates they should all vote for. Given that many people belong to different parties, many organizations in Europe are finding it difficult to come out openly to endorse Gburugburu, which means endorsing PDP. We have been working very hard in the past few months to convince all these organizations and associations that the best thing we can do is to come out openly to endorse Gburugburu as the next governor of Enugu State. We believe that rallying massive support for the best candidate will definitely lead to undisputed and very clean, free, and fair gubernatorial election result in Enugu State. We don't want any kind of post-election violence or relentless court actions to take place in Enugu State. This is not good for democracy, it is not good for peace, it is not good for development and progress. Enugu State, we all know, remains today the second least recipient of the Federation resource allocations, and any post-election crisis will be very detrimental. For Enugu State to continue developing and progressing economically and socially, there must be first and foremost a peaceful election. We believe that galvanizing all the diasporas to massively support and back only one best Guba candidate will surely lead to successful, free, and fair election in Enugu State. While all the candidates are actively campaigning at the moment back home, we in the diaspora are hearing that some political parties are already applying the use of force and intimidation tactics in their campaigns. If this is not systematically and intelligently controlled now, it could lead to full-blown post-election violence and crisis. One way of avoiding such situation from emerging in the long run is simply to galvanize more than enough and sufficient votes for our chosen best candidate, Right Honorable Ifeanyi Uwguanyi of PDP. By God's grace, the launching of today's grand rally is destined to achieve that particular desire. The outgoing governor has done so well for the people of Enugu State, and we strongly believe that Ifeanyi Uwguanyi is the right candidate that can follow that footstep diligently and conscientiously. Without talking too much, I would like to leave the talking to our well-selected keynote speakers in this very occasion. Some of the speakers will chronicle the achievements of the current administration. Another, who knows very well our chosen candidate, Honorable Ifeanyi Uwguanyi, will talk about his personality and qualities as a federal parliamentarian for 12 years. Another speaker will also speak of his running mate, Honorable Cecilia Ezilo. All these talks will help our delegates, which include men, women, and even our young children and youths born here in overseas, to understand very well our candidates and the current political situation in Enugu State, and what we demand for Enugu State from the incoming government. Among our invited dignitaries is a very high-profile Nollywood actor, Chief Charles Anworum, who will also be speaking to us and at the same time entertaining our delegates. On that note, I would like to employ every delegate, invited celebrities, keynote speakers, and members of the press who are also present here today to enjoy the launching of today's grand rally by Enugu State Diaspora Support Group for Ifeanyi Uwguanyi here in Dublin, Republic of Ireland, and encouraging all the association leaders to tell their members to call back home, to encourage people back home to vote for Gburugburu 2015. Voting for Gburugburu 2015 is voting for total turnaround in Enugu State, is for voting for consolidation, for development, for progress, for empowerment, for youth employment, and everything that is good for Enugu State. Gburugburu, Gburugburu, Gburugburu kaigeso. Mona bia bia mona na Gburugburu kaigeso.
Be the MC of this occasion, which is a rally for our honorable friend, Mr. Ifeanyi Uwguanyi, Gburugburu of Enugu State. We are all here to give him all the support we can. It was an opening speech to kick off this very great occasion today.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me start by also giving a lot of credence to the conveners of this occasion, which is the rally for our expected incoming governor of Enugu State, in the person of Gburugburu, Ifeanyi Uwguanyi. I want to say that even though we are gathered here, to me, I believe it's just a formality, because I want to say that Gburugburu is already in the seat of power in Enugu State. Judging from the support that we are aware of that he has on ground and by majority of the electorate in Enugu State. But having said so, it's also important that we have convened here today to support his journey into the governorship house in Enugu State. So once again, I congratulate the conveners of today's rally, and I say to them that together we stand, one for all and all for one we stand. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Greg Ume, the Honorable Chairman of Igbo Union Island. He mentioned something, because when somebody is speaking, I will try to pick up the facts of what he's saying. He said one thing that is important. Yeah, we are here. Our vote doesn't count as it stands now. but we are doing what we can do because everything in Nigeria or in this whole world has gone digital. In as much as our vote doesn't count as it stands now, he made mention of something that is very, very important, that you canvass, you call your people from home, you tell them about our honorable candidate of the PDP party, Honorable Ifeanyi Uwguanyi. You tell them about him and ensure that every one of them will be there to cast their vote in favor of Honorable Ifeanyi Uwguanyi. And for us that are here, in as much as our vote doesn't count as it stands now, but we are very, very good in hijacking situation through the system, through digital system. If you go to Facebook as it stands now, you will see where the Enugu State in Diaspora Island chapter is promoting the presence of Ifeanyi Uwguanyi on Facebook. I'm aware that Nigeria has got this digital system, so there will be no Gburugburu, as they always say in Enugu State. The time for Gburugburu is gone. So thank you, everybody. My brother Glenn Adimorama Ene to tell us a little bit of what he knows about Uwguanyi.
First of all, I just want to express my gratitude for this opportunity once again to speak about a man that is great, a man that took the heart of every Enugu person, a man who sees other people's problems as his problem. But before I go on to talk about the man, Right Honorable Ifeanyi Uwguanyi, the Gburugburu of Enugu State, I first of all want to touch base with my own brother, the incumbent and the executive governor of Enugu State, in the person of Governor Sullivan Ihanacho Chime. Governor Chime, in a simple term, was exquisite in his discharging of duties to Enugu State people. He made promises, but he more than fulfilled those promises. He did not do politics as business as usual, where he would expend state funds carelessly or allow his political cohorts to enrich themselves without doing the job that he was elected to do. In the contrary, he actually expended the funds of the state in building infrastructure, roads, and so many other things that as an Enugu man today, I am proud to say that I'm from Enugu State. I have listened to testimonies of some people from other states and even some people who also come from Enugu State or who live in Enugu State or visited Enugu State recently. And the testimonies really go on to strengthen my own testimony, because they often come to say that Enugu State is like Obodo Yibo. If we can say that for a state that was in the last 16 years or prior to his emergence as the governor of Enugu State, was one of the most dilapidated states in terms of roads and infrastructures, then how can someone quickly turn a desert into a citadel in a twinkle of an eye? That is what we call governance. That's what we call commitment. And that's what we call discipline. That is why most Enugu State people are clamoring that Ifeanyi Uwguanyi, Gburugburu as he often called, emerges the next governor of Enugu State.
I want my honorable friend here, Arize, to tell us more about the deputy. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Chairman, all protocols observed. Mrs. Cecilia Ezilo is one of the best deputy governors any governor can dream of. She hails from Agbobowa in the Ezeaku local government, where I'm from. And I'll give you a brief biography of the deputy governor to be. She is a barrister at law, and she works with Enugu State Broadcasting Service before she went into the House of Assembly. In 2011, she contested the House of Assembly and went into the Enugu State House of Assembly. And by the grace of God, she'll be sworn in as the deputy governor. And I think PDP in Enugu has looked at her achievements. There are some people in the House that have been there for 2 terms, 3 terms, and even in their 4th term. But PDP, being a party an inclusive party that involves women in all they do, decided to make a woman the deputy governor just to do that inclusiveness. And because of how outstanding she is in performance of her legislative duties, PDP decided she would be the deputy governor nominee. She's somebody that hits the ground running when she wants to and when she has to. So I believe that